Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's video number 1 of 2, as always, it's a double upload, so we're going to get cracking with all the latest that occurred last night, as well as this morning, little blend, and then later on in the day we will see what transpires, because as we already know, things are kicking off left, right and centre, and the transfer window has not even opened yet. So, without further ado, before we get cracking, I want to make sure you guys know that my second channel, link in the description, new video posted there yesterday, more content coming there consistently, Younes Talks, away from football and sport, of course, so if you are interested, head over there and subscribe. And let's get cracking. Here's the latest. Starting off with what came out last night. Whilst I was on the Big Six, I fell in for Matisse, who's away up until tomorrow. And yeah, great chat with the lads. And this news broke as it was, as we were in the middle of the discussion, and it's about Mateo Kovacic. You all know where this is going. Yep, looks like it's over and out for Mateo Kovacic. He's off to Manchester City. So Fabrizio Romano, here's the latest. Exclusive! Mateo Kovacic has now agreed personal terms with Manchester City after advanced talks already revealed last week. Kovacic wants to move. Next step has to be between clubs, as Chelsea and City will discuss fee after the Champions League final. Chelsea open to sell Kovacic. And, you know, as much as I want to say, you know, it's sad. It's sad when you see players like that who've actually given, who've won and whatnot. Him, Kante, for example, even Jorginho to an extent. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. And just like I said on the Big Six yesterday, because Hugh, Manchester City fan, was on there. Hughie was of the same opinion of me. For Manchester City, this is a great deal. For Chelsea, this is necessary. Simple. You know, he's not the complete midfielder that we need in that position as of now. We need to transform our entire midfield and start again. Manchester City already have that. They just need to add a little. People are saying it could be a replacement for Bernardo Silva. I don't see it that way. I don't even see him as a replacement for Gundogan, because I feel like Gundogan is more well-rounded. But Kovacic, I feel like as a rotational player, someone that Pep can use to be able to come on, make a slight difference in an attacking sense, can get nitty-gritty in a defensive sense when required to do so. And the one thing about Kovacic is, much like not just him, but many Chelsea players, this past season has been horrific. So it's hard to even come to a conclusion on many of those players. If Kovacic has quality around him, Kovacic will shine. And you just know with players like KDB and all these guys that are going to be around Kovacic, Kovacic's level is going to go up one more time before it dips back down, you know, on the downward trajectory because of his age. He's at his prime right now, and I feel like it's going to work out very, very well for him at Manchester City. So I can only wish him the best, and I hope, well, I don't hope too much, because Man City are a rival, and Man City are competing for trophies, and not competing, they're winning the trophies. They've got all the trophies, and that's where we want to be. We want to take it off them. Won't be anytime soon, let me just say that now, but we aim to do that. So Kovacic, I wish him the best, I guess, and I think it's going to be a very, very good move for him. Now, talking about that's one player going out, one player that's meant to be coming in is Moises Caicedo, or at least we're meant to be attempting to go and get Caicedo. Chelsea, as of last night, seem to have made one conclusion to how they're going to approach this deal. And I have to say, I feel a little bit uneasy with this. So here's the latest from Felix Johnston. Exclusive. Understand Chelsea have informed Brighton they will match any bid from Arsenal for Moises Caicedo. Chelsea feel that Brighton want a bidding war, as they have not set a firm price. Chelsea do not want a bidding war, so have simply said they'll match what Arsenal offer. What do I feel about this? There's actually, you know what? There's more. I'm going to show you more of the information because I think it's only right. Check this out. Negotiations on Chelsea's end are being headed by Paul Winstanley. Let's hope he sticks to his word. Matching a bid does not mean matching a valuation. Chelsea can still offer a preferred structure and therefore be Arsenal. It's not a bidding war. Arsenal are essentially bidding against themselves. You can still debate if it's a good strategy, but just had to say that. And I get, this is where I had to show you that, because we have to clarify the situation here. I you wouldn't want to just think that, oh, Chelsea have the advantage because we will offer a better structure. What, like Arsenal are not capable of offering a similar structure? Right now, we have to get it out of our heads that Arsenal don't have money. Arsenal right now are in a place where they now understand they've got themselves up to a certain position that they've wanted to be in quite some time. Now they know if they want to remain there, they got to get the money out. They got to get the checkbook out, get the wallets out, get the purses out, get all of your savings, your piggybacks, whatever you have, right? Whatever you have in terms of money, you get it out, put it on the table and see how you can spend it. Wisely, of course. Arsenal know that. Arsenal are not in a situation right now where they can just go, oh no, we just can't offer the structure. They can. They can. So on top of that, we have to remember, and I don't see this as a complete ultimatum or complete decider, but they have Champions League football. We don't. They have European football. We don't. You know, Caicedo has history with Arsenal. They went in for Caicedo previously. We have got to remember this. So I'm sure there's been conversations being had and whatnot. It would be foolish to just think, yeah, Arsenal, well, we offer a better structure. Arsenal, sorry, we can't do that. We're going to pull out. But in terms of actual valuation, we're going to match it. So whatever Arsenal put on the table, Arsenal could go, okay, look, we've got £80 million cash. We're going to put it on the table. I struggle to see Chelsea doing that. I'll be honest. I struggle to see Chelsea actually doing that. I don't think they would. I would think that they would try to put a player in the deal. But to just go and match it, Brighton have leverage over us because they want Levi Colwill. We could just go, no, you're not getting him. And if they accept a bid from Arsenal, well, they're not getting Levi Colwill, are they? So that works in our favour to an extent. But they know that we have a player that they want, and they could try to go down that avenue, or just take the cash that Arsenal are willing to offer. Because Arsenal have had a previous bid rejected, and we remember when that was done. So I'm not so sure this is a good strategy. To just come out public and make it look like we don't want a bidding war. You've put yourself in a weak position already. You don't do that. You just don't do that. You have to make yourself look strong. If not, you're going to get done. And I think this makes me worried. For the whole Caicedo deal now, this makes me worried. I have to say. Because Arsenal are going to try and pursue. Arsenal will get Declan Rice, I do believe. And this is where there is some hope. Will they get Rice and Caicedo? That's a lot of money. 92 million. And then whatever Brighton are asking for, 80. It's a lot of money. I think Arsenal have it. I'm not going to lie. I think they have it. But are they going to splash all of that just on their midfield? I don't know. Although we have to acknowledge, Xhaka is going. Jorginho might not have long. Partey might be going. So they're looking to transform their midfield too. So yeah, that's something that we have to pay attention to. And I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this whole structure business? You know, is that going to give us the advantage? Are Arsenal not going to be capable of putting the same on the table, as well as maybe even a higher bid? You know, let me know down below what you think, and do you reckon our chances of getting Caicedo are good? If you do, let me know in the comments and explain why. Absolutely. And if you think they're bad, let me know in the comments and explain why. Much appreciated. Let's move on to the next piece of news, which is the plan B to the Ugarte deal, which is Lavia. Here it is. Understand, Chelsea have opened talks with Southampton on Romeo Lavia. However, there is currently a big gap in valuation. Southampton want above City's £40 million buyback clause, which is active from 2024. There is a possibility Chelsea will offer players on loan or permanent as part of the deal. We have to remember, this is true, you know, Man City have buyback on this guy. and it gets triggered next year. So this is the only window where we can realistically get this player. And it means having to go above 40 million. It just does. Because Southampton can easily just go, yeah, okay, no problem, we'll just wait. It means we keep Lavia, we're in the Championship, we'll keep Lavia, and then we'll get our money anyway. So this is, look, Chelsea overall are not in a good negotiation position. Overall, we're just not. And we have to make it look like we are. We have to bluff. This is the nature of the game. Sometimes you're at a poker table, you haven't got a good hand. You got to bluff. You got to make it look like you got 4 aces. You know? You got to make it look like no one's beating you. And if you do bluff it hard enough, maybe they might believe you. but you got nothing to lose. So this is where, look, with Lavia, I think it's a much more doable deal. And I think that last statement is key. We can offer players on loan or back on a permanent the other way around. Southampton are in the Championship. They're desperate to come back up to the Premier League. They've had a horrendous season in the Premier League. So it's only right that if they were to take maybe a couple of our lads that were actually looking to offload and give us Lavia, that could be a win-win for both, for Southampton and for Chelsea, rather than just waiting for Man City's buyback, which they might not even trigger. You see how to try and convince your you know, the others on the table to get into what you want. This is it. You know, sometimes you got to do business that way. So look, I think Chelsea are in a much better position in regards to Lavia. But we have to remember, he's a young lad. I don't want to put this pressure on him and go, you're the main guy now. Like, no. Enzo, whoever we get in, Caicedo, whatever, and Lavia as an addition. That is how it's got to be. He's got a lot of time on his hands, and he's got a large, long future that I think is going to be very bright. Lavia, I think, should be the guy that we use from time to time, not as someone that's starting week in, week out, every single game. Although, if he's good enough, then we do. If he's good enough at Chelsea and he proves to be showing himself, then absolutely he plays. But that's what needs to be done. So that's what I think on Lavia. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on how you think we approach this, and do you think we will get Lavia? And I have to be honest, yeah, if we don't even at least get Lavia, then this is going to be a horrific window. If we can't nail Lavia, we have no hope for the rest. So I'm hoping this one is pretty straightforward. Now, talking about a deal that's not going to be so straightforward, it seems like this whole Kai Havertz deal with Real Madrid is hitting a little bit of a concrete wall. And we're not putting our price down. And Real Madrid are not willing to come to what we're asking for. So, Real Madrid have ignited interest in a name that we have been linked with. Who is it? Well, I'll show you now. Check this out. This is from Tom Roddy. Chelsea are set to face competition from Real Madrid for Lautaro Martinez. Pochettino thinks he is among the best strikers in the world. Chelsea are anticipating significant transfer business this summer, with many outgoings and additions of between 3 and 6 players. I have to be honest, that last bit of information, we've known that for a very long time, so that's not exactly exclusive. Tom Roddy, I would say try harder. With all due respect, because Tom Roddy's a good reporter, but that's, yeah, we've known that for quite some time. But this Lautaro Martinez news, I'm going to refer you to a piece of news that Felix Johnston said back in May. Check this out. It does reflect on the situation as of right now. This was tweeted on the 31st of May, where he said, not concrete news, but told to keep an eye on Chelsea striker search, and specifically Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro is heavily wanted by Poch, and I'm told he is worried if Chelsea don't move quickly. Then Madrid may target him once if they lose Karim Benzema. Let's see. And then he quotes that, saying Pochettino was correct, because right now, Real Madrid are after Lautaro Martinez. So Felix Johnston has got this absolutely spot on as of the 31st of May, which was a week and a half ago. What do I think? It's typical Chelsea, isn't it? It seems like Pochettino actually wants Lautaro Martinez. Some people have doubts as to whether Lautaro Martinez will be a guy that will be able to play up top as a 9. He's normally a guy that plays secondary, but we've got Nkunku coming in who's meant to be secondary. So are we going to have 2 secondary strikers playing together? Doesn't really make sense. Although I have to say, personally, look, Lautaro Martinez is a profile of player that knows how to put the ball in the net. I understand in terms of some people are worried where his position will be, where he fits. Does he like to linger around the box, not really in the box? I think he's proven enough that he can do it in the box as well as out the box. And I think if you're well-rounded like that, you can score goals, and he can score goals. So I'm not entirely against going after Lautaro Martinez, I'll be honest. In terms of a striker and a number 9, I think he'll be the best one that we've had in quite some time. So overall, if we were to pursue, then I'm not against it. I'm not against it. And I think he's got attributes physically, in terms of his profile, his experience, what he can bring overall to accomplish himself in a Premier League team. I think he can do it in the Premier League. If you just look at him, this is going to sound a bit far-fetched. He looks a little like Aguero. Do you know what I mean? I hope you understand. I'm not saying he is Aguero. Aguero was mad, right? But it seems like a similar profile, just has not played in the Premier League yet. I think that he'd be able to hack it. But yeah, some people are worried in terms of him and Nkunku fitting together. I think Lautaro Martinez, to be honest, I think there's an opportunity for them to bounce off each other. And sometimes maybe Nkunku can even penetrate himself into the box if Martinez wants to drop a little deeper. I feel like there's a way for them to maybe blend together. So, Poch wants him. Poch has a plan. Poch isn't stupid, I would like to think. So this is where we now turn to the worry and the concern that, are we taking too long? Is this dragging for too long? Real Madrid are now interested in Martinez, just like it's been mentioned by Felix Johnson, and this was a while ago. If we take too long, other teams are going to come in, and this is exactly the same situation that we're seeing with Caicedo and with all the others. Other teams are coming in, and we're just, what are we doing? What are we doing? Meanwhile, Liverpool, McAllister, done. I have to always reference that because that's how you do business. Quick. Some, as I've said, are going to say there was a release clause. Well, they identified what was good for them in terms of time management and the profile of player. That's not down on us to say, oh, no, well, you know what, that's an excuse. It's not. It's not an excuse. So, overall, I'm just scared that we're taking long. And I understand some people are going to say, Younes, relax, the transfer window's not open. Other teams are moving. I don't care about when the transfer window opens. That only means that the presentation gets to get done. The only thing, because I think people are still stuck in the past. Some people think that the transfer window isn't open, therefore deals can't happen. No, wrong. Deals can happen, but the actual unveiling and presentation of players at the football club can only be done after July 1st, once the contract is officially signed and unveiled. That is where it comes in as July 1st. But the deals can be announced and done before then, you know? Unless you go to a country where the market doesn't apply. You know, Benzema's been unveiled in Saudi, for example. That's Saudi. Doesn't apply. But you're trying to say, look, we've not had Nkunku unveiled yet. Why? We've not had Gusto unveiled yet. Why? Because we have to wait till July 1st. But the deals are done. Teams are getting deals done. Teams are getting business done. We're waiting about. We need to hurry up. We need to hurry up. We're not the only ones looking to do business here. So this is why I'm saying we need to create the urgency and get it moving. Because I don't want to be in a situation where in 3 weeks' time, I'm looking at this, the window's open, we have a couple of the players that I've just mentioned unveiled, and we've not done any business, and other teams are ahead, and they're about to sign players that we want. I don't want us to be in that situation because we'd be in trouble. We finished 12th. We finished 12th. We don't have European football. We are in a situation where we need to act urgently to get ourselves clawing back up ASAP, and then start moving with the motions from there. But we are down. We need to claw back up. Other teams are ahead. So I hope we can get things moving over the next week or so and start clarifying situations and not hear the same things over and over again, and hopefully not hear other teams have moved to our targets and got them instead of us, much like we saw with Ugarte. So let me know your thoughts down below in relation to everything that I've discussed today, and later on video number 2 of 2, so keep your eyes peeled and I will see all of you then. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, smash like button if you've enjoyed this, leave your comments down below, and I will see all of you later on for a brand new one, people. Have a good one, people. See you lot then. Take care and peace.